Ninja Life Coach. Today we're going to be talking about 5 things that we can do to keep ourselves from getting down during the holidays. You know, the holidays are not always fun for everybody. Some of us can get down or gloomy or even, mildly depressed during the holiday season. And there's a lot of reasons and a lot of factors for that that I don't want to go into because, I am not a mental health professional and I am not a counselor. And I'm going to say right up front that if you are feeling down or gloomy or depressed even for over a couple of weeks, then you need to seek a mental health professional. And I honestly, if I was feeling that way for a week, I would go ahead and make that call. I'm going to put a link in the description down here to the one of the mental health centers, and feel free to give them a call. Also, I would recommend you watching a video by a guy that I follow by the name of Roberto Blake, and I'm going to put the link down here in the description box. And he had a video on YouTube about what to do when you're just not feeling it. And I watched it, and I thought it was a great video. And sometimes I'm not feeling it. I'm a life coach. I do this all the time to help people overcome things, but sometimes I don't feel it either. And that's just part of the human condition. So we're going to learn some things today that we can do when we feel kind of blocked. Now, some of you may have gone through a grieving process, or you may still be going through a grieving process. Maybe you've lost a loved one. Maybe you're in a strange city and you don't know anyone. Maybe you're in a job transition and you feel just kind of lost and afraid and scared. All of these things can make us feel, gloomy or down, or, it can make us have days when we're just not feeling it. So here are 5 things that you can do. Number 1, make sure you're getting plenty enough light. And what I mean by light is sunlight. It is a proven fact that sun rays can actually affect the serotonin levels in your brain. I've read those studies. And while I am not a doctor, they seem logical to me. And they actually help me when I'm feeling down. And if you'll notice, I have my blinds open today, and that's one thing that I try to do. I live in a condo complex, and there's always people around, but I always have my blinds open, so I guess if they walk by and they want to stick their head in, and while I'm making one of these videos, I guess they're just welcome to come right on in and stick their head in the video. But light really helps, and I would urge you to open those blinds. Get some light going in your room. The second thing that you can do is you can exercise. Now, I am really not a fan of exercise. I don't like it. That moment when you're working out and you're doing all this stuff and, you're really getting that little burst of energy and all that happens. Yeah, I know nothing about that because the whole time I'm working out, I'm thinking I've only got 3 more of these till I can quit. 2 more of these till I can quit. 1 more of these and then, thank you, Jesus, I'm done. Now, that's not a good attitude to have. So don't have that attitude. Well, by exercise, it can be something as simple as taking a walk. It could be something as intense as putting on a YouTube video and doing Zumba for an hour, or putting on Richard Simmons and sweating to the oldies. Whatever works for you, but move. Get to moving. What works for me when I start feeling down is to take a walk. I'll just go walk outside for a little while. I'll take the dog and walk up and down the street a little bit. And that really just gets me out, gets me moving, gets me to, thinking a little bit. It gets me going. And I don't quite dread it like I do when I step in front of that TV to do a workout video. So there you go. The third thing that's really important is to surround yourself with family and friends that encourage you. If you are prone to feeling down at times, it is so important that you have those positive people in your life to encourage you when you feel that way. Because if you're around people who are positive, that kind of rubs off on you. Conversely, if you're around people who are negative, that kind of rubs off on you too. So you want to try to surround yourself with people who are going to lift you up, encourage you, and pray for you, and help you through these times when you're feeling down or you're just not feeling it that day. The fourth thing that you can do if you're going through a grieving process or you're away from home the holiday season or things like that, change a tradition. I know when my husband passed away, we always had a huge Thanksgiving gathering at our house every year. We hosted a huge gathering for the family and friends. That changed right like that. But that's okay. Not every new tradition is a bad tradition. New traditions are not bad, they're just different. So if you've always had people over for Thanksgiving this year and you just don't feel it, go out to lunch. Grab a friend, family members, go out for a big lunch. If you always go out to lunch, maybe you want to sit home and eat soup and sandwiches that day. If you always go out for a big party on Christmas or Christmas Eve, maybe have a quiet evening by the fire. If you always have a quiet evening by the fire, go out with family and friends. Change it up a little bit. Do something different. Plan some activities for yourself that you've never done before. Go downtown and watch the folks, at the ice skating rink. That's kind of fun. Go to a concert. Go Christmas caroling. It doesn't even have to be holiday related. Go out to dinner with a friend. Do what makes you happy, but change it up some. Now, on the flip side of that coin, if you take comfort, if you're the type of person that really takes comfort in those traditions, continue them. Do what works for you. The fifth thing that I'm going to tell you is stay close to God during these times. Everybody has times that they are down and depressed and they feel bad and they just don't want to do it that day. Everybody has them. Ninja Coach has them too, let me just tell you. But during those times, it is so important to remain close to God, to stay close to God. If we do, and we press on into the Lord during those times, He will meet us right where we are because He already knows our thoughts. He already knows what we're thinking. He knows the state of mind that we're in. Get close to God. This is not a time to be far away. And those are the 5 things. And let me just give you another little tip. This has not got anything to do with this. I know a lot of times on January 1st, people start a new diet. They start a new lifestyle. They make all these New Year's resolutions and then they break them by the February 1st. So let me encourage you right now at Christmas time. This is not the time to begin a new diet unless your doctor advises you to. Now, that's a whole nother issue. But just because you think you're a couple of pounds overweight, don't go on a diet right now. Don't try it. Don't do it. Because there's too much temptation. And if you're already feeling down, this is not going to be the time for you to start that. There's too much temptation, like I said, and wait until after the first of the year. I normally don't tell people to wait, but I don't like to advise people to go on a diet at Christmas and Thanksgiving either. There's just setting yourself up for failure. So that is the 5 things plus the little tip about the eating. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'm telling you this because, I want you to understand that there's no shame in having the struggles. There's no shame. There's nothing wrong with feeling down. There's nothing wrong with feeling down during the holiday season. It's perfectly normal. Even if you haven't lost anyone you love, even if you are home surrounded by your friends and family, there is nothing wrong with feeling down. It's human. It happens. Again, if you feel down over an extended period of time, a week or so, please visit a mental health professional. Give them a call. Want you guys to have a great day. God bless. Maranatha. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.